Hello and welcome to your yoga practice today. So, I said this in my last practice with you that repetition is the mother of all skill. And Tony Robbins is the one that I've heard say that. And it is so true. You know, what we do over and over and over and over again is what we're going to get better at. I've also spoken about this in the context of yoga as a lifelong journey, and it not being something that you do for a few days or a few weeks and then you've got it, you've clocked it, you've unleashed all of your potential, you've reached enlightenment, your body is the strongest, the most flexible, the most mobile body in the world. It's this kind of journey that's incremental. There might be weeks where you practice 5 times, there might be weeks where you practice once, there might be weeks where you're really into meditation or you're just really working with your breath. Like there's all these different aspects and elements of yoga, which is what makes it so wonderful for one, but also so accessible for anybody can use these practices. But before I go too far off on a tangent, what I was getting at is that repetition is the key. So that's why in yoga you'll see similar shapes, similar poses over and over and over again. And with that repetition, you'll become better. Your body will learn to feel comfortable in those shapes and will learn the alignment. It's called neuromuscular synchrony. When your brain and your muscles kind of get together and they know what's going on, they know how to align, they know how to fire together. But that's what I want you to experience today, is this kind of knowing where you're going to an extent. Like we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna be doing some repetition with the sequence, but really trusting yourself. That's what this is actually at its deepest level is all about, is trusting yourself, trusting your body to know how to move into the next pose, out of this pose, in a way that's safe, that feels good, that is comfortable. And so with that level of trust, you should hopefully be able to kind of look away from the camera. And I've been doing this so much lately, I just turn the computer, I do a lot of online yoga as well, turn the computer off in terms of the screen and just listen to the audio and try to make sense, hopefully, if the teacher's doing their cueing really well, of what's going on. And I can do the whole practice without needing to see someone else. I just trust my body enough, I trust my knowledge enough to be able to move through with the practice that I've already had. Anyway, that was a long intro, but let's get into it. So we'll start seated. I recommend sitting up on a block, sitting, kneeling or cross-legged, and then just gently close down your eyes. And just bringing your awareness and your attention to your breath. Starting to breathe a little more deeply, a little more mindfully. There's not too much control at this moment, just starting to become aware more so of how the breath is moving. So together here we'll join for an inhale through the nose, really filling up the body with air. And then open your mouth, let the breath go. Another one just like that, full deep breath in through your nose, fill up. Open your mouth and let the breath go. And then breathing in through the nose, really big deep breath in now. Keep the lips closed and exhale through your nostrils. And then keep that breath moving very gently in and out of your nose. creating the soft oceanic sound of the breath as it moves. And so today we'll be doing a really simple pranayama practice, a breath practice. Just breathing in for 4 and out for 6. And it's said that this practice is really good for calming the nervous system, so kind of reducing any jitters or anxiety. If for any reason this breath practice doesn't feel good for you, you can just continue what we've just been doing, so breathing in and out slowly. If you would like to join in, take a deep breath in and a clearing breath out. Now breathing in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more round in your own time here. And once you've finished that round, just allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Slowly in, slowly out. Noticing what effect, if any, that breath practice has had on you, on your state, and how you feel. And very slowly blinking the eyes open and rolling over into tabletop position. So your hands will be stacked underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And then as you exhale, really arch and round your spine. And inhale to drop the belly, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, press into the palms, really spread your shoulder blades away from one another so you start to dome the upper back more. And just take 2 more rounds like this. Inhale to open. And then exhale to round. The last one, breathe in, finding this big open chest. And then as you breathe out, really arch, really round your back. And then inhale to come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. And once you arrive in down dog, you might bend one knee, then the other, creating some space, some length through the whole back chain of your body, so through your legs, through your spine. You might even feel this stretching sensation in the calves. But then, as you start to open up the back body, keep a little bit of focus and attention on your hands. So press the hands forwards and down, so especially through the thumb and index finger. Press those 2 parts down. And then wrap the outer shoulders back slightly, so you're not kind of dropping through the shoulders. There's this strength and stability through the arms. Take 1 breath in here. And 1 breath out. And then come high onto your tippy toes. And start to walk yourself slowly forwards to the top of your mat. Landing in a forward fold, your belly. You can just rest heavy on your thighs as your neck just starts to soften. You might even shake your head no and yes, just to release the neck a little more. Your arms might just be dangling, or you might even grab opposite elbow, taking ragdoll pose. But wherever you are, gently close down your eyes and just take a few breaths here. Just how it feels to breathe. Slowly, deeply, mindfully. Together, we'll just take one more breath in and a very slow breath out. Releasing the hands and slowly rolling all the way up to standing. No rush in arriving. And once you do get there, reach your arms up overhead as you breathe in. And then bring your hands to prayer as you breathe out. Again, inhale to reach both arms up to the ceiling. Big, juicy breath in. And then gather your hands at heart, forward fold, so bending or hinging at the hips. And inhale for a halfway lift, starting to flatten your back and roll your shoulders down. And then as you exhale, step back to plank pose, so hands underneath your shoulders, legs strong. Pull the belly up away from the floor, spread your fingers wide, take one more breath in. Knees up or down, slowly lower your chest all the way down to the floor. Slide your hands in line with your lowest ribs, and then inhale, baby cobra, heart lifts, shoulders roll back. And then as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra, eye gaze down towards the floor so your neck stays long. And then exhale, lower down. Last time, breathe in, lifting your chest up. And then pausing in this lifted position, feeling your shoulders roll down and back. Keeping the neck long, so again, eye gaze is slightly down. And then from here, start to hover your hands off the ground. And as the hands start to hover, feel your back muscles work a little bit harder. Squeeze your glutes, take a big breath in. Place your hands down, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Good. And once you arrive in down dog, take another big breath in. And a smooth breath out. Come high onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, hands to your heart. Move with breath, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, forward fold. Really nice. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, step back, plank pose to pause just one more time. Legs strong, belly strong. Take a big breath in. And then slowly lower your chest all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes, inhale, baby cobra, heart lift, shoulders roll back. And then as you exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Well done, take a nice big breath in. Smooth breath out. One more round of Surya Namaskar A, so coming high onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Starting to generate heat in the body, inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up, big stretch. Gather your hands at heart, forward fold. Follow the breath, inhale, halfway lift. This time exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, so that's your high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. And a smooth, easy breath out. Good. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. As you exhale, right knee to right elbow, hug the knee forwards. Inhale, kick your right leg up to the sky, breathe in. And then exhale, right knee, left elbow, so cross the knee under your body. Last time, breathe in, right leg lifts up and back. And this time as you exhale, knee to nose, curl the knee really high and really far forwards. Press the earth away, so the knee's still hugging in. Take another breath in. And then slowly step the right foot between your hands. You might need to adjust and shuffle the right foot out to the right a little. And so we're in runner's lunge, the left leg is super straight. And I want you to start to come up onto the tips of your fingers. So the work is in the legs, the right knee is stacking above the right ankle. Good, keep a long spine, breathe in. Then take pyramid pose as you breathe out, so that right leg straightens and the right hip gently pulls back. And then the upper body is just gonna fold forward, so you might still be up on the tips of your fingers, or you might be able to roll the spine over the leg, over your right leg. Then the eyes might close down here as you pause just for a moment or two to stretch out and open the right leg. Take a breath in. And a breath out. One more just like that, breathe in. And breathe out. On your next breath in, bend your right knee, reach your arms up, crescent lunge. And so in your crescent lunge, as the arms reach up, draw the belly in. And you might keep a little bend in the left knee. That's just going to create some length in the lower back. Feel free, if you do, you can straighten the back leg, as long as you're not arching too much through your lower back. From here, take a breath in, maybe a smile on your face. And a slow breath out. Good, inhale to straighten your right leg, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, take warrior two. So the left foot flattens down, the right knee bends. And then go ahead and look down at your feet. So we want to get the right heel lining up with the left heel, down on the mat. And then you're going to open your hips out. So the hips and the chest are opening to the left side of the room. Your eye gaze is forwards over the right middle finger. Good, take a big breath in. And a slow breath out. Inhale to flip your right palm up, and back, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, straighten your right leg, reach your right fingertips far forwards and down. Left arm up into Trikonasana, your triangle pose. And so here, we're looking for two straight legs, but if your right leg is a little bit tight, so through the hamstrings, just soften your right knee. Try to peel the left side of your chest open, take a breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale to flip your right palm up and back to reverse Trikonasana, reverse triangle. And then as you breathe out, windmill both hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back. As you exhale, left knee to left elbow. Try and kiss the two together. Inhale, left leg lifts up. As you exhale, left knee, right elbow. Good, inhale, find length, left leg goes up and back. As you exhale, knee to nose, curl the knee into chest. Dome the upper back, pause here, keep hugging the left knee a little further forwards. And then slowly step the left foot in between your hands for runner's lunge. And so here in runner's lunge, we set the shape up. I'm trying to keep the left leg super strong by pressing the heel down. Right leg stiffens and straightens. And then very slowly take a breath in to elongate your spine a little more so your chest is proud and forwards. And then as you breathe out, take pyramid pose so the left leg straightens. Left hip pulls back in space. And the upper body just folds on in so you can reach your fingertips forwards if it feels better. And just gently close your eyes. Really allow some space to be created here in the legs, in your back. And then there's the softness of your face. And together here, we'll just take one more breath in. And one more breath out. And the next breath in, reach both arms up, crescent lunge. And so the left knee is stacking above the left ankle. There might be a little bend in the right knee to create space through the lower back. And as you reach your arms up, keep drawing your belly in. So we don't want to have this big back bend. We want to draw the belly in nice and tight. Good, stay steady for just one more breath in. And one more breath out. Good, inhale to straighten your left leg, keep looking forwards. And then as you exhale, take warrior two, so the right foot flattens down, arms stretch wide. And so the hips are starting to open, the chest is opening to the right side of the room. Arms are stretched straight and strong, but your shoulders are soft, your gaze is soft over the left middle finger. Well done, take a breath in and a breath out. Stay here for just one more inhale. You've got this, keep the knee bent. And one more exhale. Inhale to reverse your warrior, left fingertips reach up and back. And then as you exhale, start to straighten your left leg, reach your left fingertips forwards and down, right arm up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. And so your eyes might be looking up towards your right thumb. Your left knee might be just softly bent if you find this shape a little tough on the hamstrings. Try to create this length through your legs, but also through your side body. Take one breath in and one breath out. Inhale to reverse triangle, reach your left fingertips all the way up and back. And then as you exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground, step back to high plank. Take a full breath in, and then slowly lower chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Take a full and deep breath in. And a slow, easy breath out. We're going to move through this sequence to breath here. So let's gather for one breath in and one breath out. Good. Inhale, right leg lifts up. As you exhale, step your right foot forwards, runner's lunge. Inhale to puff the chest forwards, keep a long spine. And then exhale, pyramid pose, right leg straightens. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach both arms up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, warrior two. Good, slow movement to breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Then as you exhale, straighten your right leg, triangle pose, right hand down, left arm up. Inhale to reverse it one more time, reach up and back, right leg stays straight. And then as you exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground. Either take a flow, so chaturanga, or just move straight back to down dog, your choice. Inhale will be baby cobra or up dog. And then exhale will take you back to downward facing dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts up. As you exhale, step your left foot forwards, runner's lunge. Inhale to puff the chest forwards, long spine. And then exhale, pyramid pose, left leg straightens. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach all the way up with strength. And then exhale, warrior two. Good, inhale, reverse your warrior, keep the left knee bent. As you exhale, triangle pose, so left fingertips down, right hand up. Inhale to reverse one more time. As you exhale, hands to the mat, either through a flow or straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale will be up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a full and deep belly breath in. And a really long breath out. One more round. Inhale, right leg lifts up. As you exhale, step your right foot forwards. Inhale to puff the chest forwards, long spine. And then exhale, pyramid pose. Good, moving with breath. Inhale, rise crescent lunge. And then exhale, open warrior two. Inhale to reverse your warrior, reach up and back. As you exhale, triangle pose, so nice. Inhale, reverse, reach up and back. As you exhale, hands to the mat, Chaturanga, Dandasana, beautiful shapes, beautiful movement. Inhale, up dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Last side, inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, step your left foot forwards. Inhale to puff the chest forwards, long spine. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge, reach up with strength. And then exhale, open the hips out, warrior two. Find the fluidity of movement and breath, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, Trikonasana, left hand down, right arm up. Inhale, reverse it, reaching back with the left fingertips. As you breathe out, hands to the mat through a flow or straight back to down dog. We've done a lot of flows now, so you might want to skip and move straight back to down dog. Once you arrive in your down dog, take a full deep belly breath in. Open your lips, let the breath go. One more full breath in, you've got this. Open your lips, let the breath go. And then go ahead and take your knees to the mat. You can either take child's pose, so knees wide, hips to heels, reaching forwards, or you can just come to a seated position. So kneeling is totally fine. Whichever you prefer. Just for a moment of rest, a moment to pause, to allow the breath to settle, allow the mind to settle. Start to feel or get this sense of feeling grounded. And so the hips become heavy, the shoulders soften. Again, the face and the brow start to soften. Just taking one or two more rounds of breath here. And if you feel ready, come to downward facing dog. If you need more rest, just stay in your resting pose, so either seated or in child's pose. Your body, your practice, so please honor what's happening for you tonight. Good. Once you're in your down dog, take a breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist. And then drop your right shin down, setting up for half pigeon. So the left leg is going to walk far, far back. And you want to try and keep your hips square as much as possible to the front. So quite often the right hip wants to drop down to the sides. We want to try and keep it fairly level. And then this might feel like enough for you with the chest lifted, getting that stretch through the outer right hip. Or if it's not quite enough, you can start to walk your hands forwards, either coming to forearms or just letting the forehead rest all the way down on the mat. And wherever you are, go ahead and close down your eyes. And start to connect in with your breath once more. And coming back to that slow inhale, smooth exhale. Noticing if there's any area of your body that you're holding tension, whether that's the shoulders, the neck, the hips, maybe the face. Start to release all of that tension here. As the tension starts to release, just continue with the breath. Let the breath be one constant through the practice. Very slowly, if you came down quite far, just walking your hands in towards your hips. And then just sitting down onto your right hip, swinging your left leg around in front of you. And you might need to wiggle and adjust to try to sit up a little taller, so pulling out the kind of fleshy bits from your bum. But your right foot's going to be on the inner seam of your left leg. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, turn towards the left leg and fold forwards. So coming in for a forward fold. And if you're quite tight through the hamstrings, you might just be, touching the left shin. Or you might have a bend in the left knee. And just finding a little bit of length, a little bit of space through the leg, through the lower back. And very slowly coming all the way up to seated. And then from here, placing your right hand behind your lower back or behind your right butt cheek, left arm reaching up. And then you're going to come up into flash dance. So the hips push forwards and open, pressing weight through the left foot and the right knee. Open your chest all the way up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. And then very slowly allow your hips to come back down as you breathe out. And from here, we're going to set up for half pigeon on left side. So if you want to just put the left shin down and move into it, you can. Or if you want to come back out through downward facing dog, you can also come out through down dog. If you're in down dog, left leg lifts up as you breathe in. And then left knee and left shin comes towards the left wrist. And then you just drop the hips down. Walking the right leg back as much as you need to. And then an inhale to lift your chest up. And then an exhale to walk forwards and fold forwards. Allowing your upper body to really start to melt down. Again, you might close down the eyes here. You focus on the breath, on the sensations of this shape. If there's anywhere that you're holding tension, just let that go. It's almost as if you're playing a little game with yourself, seeing how much you can release, how much you can soften and let go. Just taking 2 more rounds of breath here as you are breathing. If it feels good, you might open the lips and just release the breath out. And again, a full deep belly breath in. Releasing breath out. Very slowly walking your hands back in. This time sitting onto the left hip, swinging your right leg around in front of you. Left foot to the inner seam of the right leg. And if you need to adjust your butt a little so you can sit a little taller, go for it. And then as you inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, turn to the right leg and fold forwards. And as you fold forwards, just reaching for any part of the right leg.
pose doesn't necessarily have to look a certain way. Just allow your body to guide you as to how deep or shallow you move into this. Taking a few more rounds of breath here, just in your own time. Using this as an opportunity to soften, soften, soften. Very slowly rolling all the way up to seated. This time it's the left hand behind the left hip, right arm reaching up, big breath in. And then as you breathe out, pushing your hips forwards and opening your chest up into flash dance pose. And then pausing to really squeeze your glutes, open your chest a little more, breathe in. And then very slowly, hips come back down to the ground. Placing the 2 feet down about hip distance wide, arms reaching forwards. And use your belly to slowly control the descent down to the mat, going as slow as you can. Keep hugging the belly in. And then now you might have made it all the way down. And bringing your feet a little closer to your bottom. Keep the feet facing forwards. Take a breath in to tighten your belly. And then as you breathe out, lift your hips up to bridge pose. Just a gentle back bend here. So you start to really slow things down. And so you might just pause here, pressing the heels down, squeezing your glutes. So you should feel the glutes, your hamstrings working. And there's this engagement through the belly. So keep drawing the belly in. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. Very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling down the spine, allowing the pelvis to be the last thing to touch the floor. And then just knocking your knees side to side, just to give the lower back a nice release. And from here, hugging knees to chest, giving yourself a nice big squeeze, curl in. And you might just stay here, rocking side to side gently. You might grab the outer blade edges of your feet and taking happy baby. Maybe stretching the legs out, just kind of using any of these poses in a way that feels good and feels right for you and your body in this moment. And then very slowly and very gently, as you're ready, start to transition into Shavasana, corpse pose. So legs long, arms long, palms open. And your final resting shape for your practice. And as you set yourself up here, just allow this softness, this heaviness of the body as if the front of your body is starting to melt and soften all the way down to your back body. Keeping the breath smooth. And completely surrender and enjoy your rest. You'll start to deepen your breath. Feeling belly start to rise and fall as you breathe in and out. You might start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You might reach your arms up overhead, taking a really big, open stretch. And very slowly hugging your knees in towards your chest. And then slowly rolling off to one side. Pausing on your side, just curled in towards yourself. And taking a moment here to acknowledge your efforts, really acknowledge your practice. Perhaps even feeling a sense of gratitude and appreciation for your body, for your health. And very slowly pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. There's absolutely no rush in arriving. Once you do arrive, allow your shoulders to roll down your back. Allow the eyes to close. Your whole body still soft, still relaxed. And gently bringing your palms together at your heart space, bowing your chin towards your chest. Thank you so much for your energy and for your efforts. I really hope you enjoyed your practice. Namaste.